Hello guys, welcome back to another Pittsburgh Steelers video on the Monday special, of course, with your host, the Oregon Vikes YouTube channel. In week 3 of the NFL season, the Steelers defeated the Panthers 37-19, and Pittsburgh looked rather fashionable doing so, of course. Pittsburgh was able to stop the run from Carolina completely. They only had 42 rushing yards, 31 of those yards being from their running back, Jonathan Stewart, and 7 yards with Newton, and I don't know who the rest of the backs were. They're not showing, really. And Carolina did have 2 big receivers, but big days, I would say, I guess. I don't know. I'd probably say Kelvin Benjamin did good. However, his big one touchdown was in garbage time, as I would call it. And Olsen had a nice play against Cortez Allen. But other than that, Carolina did not do not so good. They couldn't stop Pittsburgh's running attack. The passing game wasn't good for Carolina rather either. Pittsburgh, I mean, it was awesome to see that Pittsburgh finally was able to get things rolling for them. Pittsburgh stopped Carolina's run game. They didn't allow no big plays. I didn't see too many missed tackles. And Le'Veon Bell and LeGarrette Blount basically carried the entire Steelers offense with 2 nice touchdowns from Brown. Well, one of them really wasn't. The other one was pretty awesome. Ben had 2 touchdowns, 196 yards passing, 22 for 30. No interceptions, which is very important, I think, and reason why the Steelers won. And Big Ben had a game-managing day. Didn't have too many explosive plays, but did what he had to do to win. Don't turn the ball over. Bell was 147 yards rushing with 21 carries, along with 81. And that is actually the longest rush in NFL right now. And in the entire NFL season, 81 yards is the longest by Le'Veon Bell and by the entire league. He is actually second in rushing now and is only behind DeMarco Murray. LeGarrette Blount had a nice day with 118 yards with a long 50-yard run. And this is the first time Pittsburgh has had 2 100-yard backs in one game in a long time, as far as I'm concerned. Antonio Brown had 10 receptions for 90 yards. Therefore, he continued the record streak of 19 games consecutively with 5 catches of 50 yards, I believe. I think that's what it is. So he's continued that. And if he does that next week against Tampa Bay, he will break the record and will hold that record. But other than that, Pittsburgh controlled time of possession. They also got a really nice special teams touchdown. That was one of the craziest plays I've ever seen. I think the Panthers punt returner got tackled by Shamarko Thomas. He fumbled, and I think someone picked it up, and then he fumbled, and then one of the Steelers players tried getting it, and then he muffed it, or not muffed it, but like didn't get control of it, and then one of the Steelers players got it officially, and they got a touchdown, which I think basically sealed the game for him. But Pittsburgh was 3 for 11 on 3rd downs and went for it and was 1 for 1. Pittsburgh got completely dominated yards-wise. They had close to 500 yards, 190 yards passing, 264 rushing. And obviously, the formula is if you can outgain and basically outrun your opponent and stop the run, you're almost guaranteed to win. It's almost impossible not to. Let's just compare here. 264 yards rushing for Pittsburgh, 42 for Carolina. 42 yards. The Steelers defense absolutely just stopped the run and did not allow no huge plays, really. However, Pittsburgh was 3 for 4 in the red zone. They did kick 3 field goals, 2 touchdowns, and a touchdown rushing. They did rather well with points, I would say, and one of those touchdowns also being special teams. However, even though it was a great game, there were a lot of injuries, plenty of injuries. The ones on the ones top of my head I can think of are Ike Taylor. That's not going to be good because the secondary isn't. It's formidable, but without Ike Taylor, it's not even. The depth is not good. Jarvis Jones made a nice fumble strip sack. I don't even know if he knew what was going on during the play. He just ran Cam and hit him in the elbow. Our Jarvis Jones had a wrist injury. Ike Taylor, people think Ike Taylor has a broken forearm, and Who else got injured? I believe there was someone else. I know there was. Well, Rapone Foster didn't even play. Crap, there was someone else. Jarvis Jones, Ryan Shazier had a knee injury, I believe it was. Lawrence Timmons caused the injury to Ike Taylor and Ryan Shazier, in my opinion. But that's a good thing rather than a bad thing. And the reason why I say that is because he was hustling to the ball and just playing balls out. He was trying to do so much, which I guess is better than being lazy, not going for the ball at all. But I think he ended up landing on Ryan Shazier's toe or some kind of foot, some part of his foot, which caused some kind of injury. I'm not sure of that yet. But Pittsburgh was able to get pressure on Cam Newton. They had 3 sacks. They were getting hits on him. Steve McClendon had a sack. I think they're going to count that Jarvis Jones sack. And I think Keys have a sack. Someone else did. I know there was at least 3. But Pittsburgh did a good job of containing Newton, and Newton just did not look comfortable at all. So Pittsburgh wins the game 37-19, and they play pretty good. Now they're 2-1 as their record for week number 3, and for week number 4 they'll be going back home to play in Pittsburgh against Tampa Bay, the 0-3 Bucks. All I must say is Pittsburgh, do not overlook the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Take them as a serious threat. Play balls out like you just did yesterday and win this game and be 3-1. Go Steelers. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Goodbye.